Good morning, interwebs. It's 2:43, and Jezebel was trying to be up in my business while I turned on my camera, so I thought she would say good morning to y'all. So I came down the stairs this morning about noon to an interesting sight. Steve informed me the yarn fairy had been here. A different yarn fairy than the last one, but another coworker, actually coworker's husband, somehow procured an assortment of yarn-related things. And now...
He's a hoarder and he buys crap. That's how he accumulated it.
That's basically the truth, yep. So he had a bunch of yarn, and a lot of it was like crochet thread. I haven't even delved into it, but just to barely poke at it. Ooh, a tapestry needle. That's useful. So, anyways, I'm gonna go through this at some point, probably not yet.
Not until we get home.
Yeah, well, I need to at least check a little, because I want to make sure that the boxes are okay before I leave.
Oh, okay.
Yarn, when I do not know it's, you know, how it came to be, I'm sketchy about leaving it with the rest of my stash before I check it. Y'all understand. So, I'm gonna...
Put it in the freezer.
Put it in the freezer. Steve's parents had a freezer, and they didn't really need an extra freezer, but his mom wanted an auxiliary freezer, and for a while...
She wanted an auxiliary fridge.
Yes, she wanted an auxiliary fridge, but they bought a fridge-freezer like combo, or they procured it from some way. And anyways, for a while, all that was in the freezer was a book, because the book needed to be frozen because it had bugs or something. But yeah, they had a freezer that only stored a book. That is why Steve is joking, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... anyways, I need to go through all of this at some point. I've kind of decided what is useful to me I will keep, what is not, since I received it all for free, and the quality of some of it is probably less than stellar, will just be given away to the thrift store. I did see there's a lot of acrylic in this one, and a lot of like oldish acrylics. The stuff that's old but not brittle, I actually think might turn into toys for sale. But again, I'll have to look and see what I am working with. Right now, Steve is dishing up ice cream. Because, you know, the ice cream diet's always good. And we're about to go watch Fat Camp, or the weekly videos that go along with the Naturally Slim program that we are doing loosely. Ooh, he's adding strawberry topping. That's exciting.
I didn't want to just leave it sitting in the fridge the whole time we were gone.
Yum.
Do we not have the skinny?
We do. I think it's hiding in the dishwasher too, which is clean now. I used it the other day.
Okay.
So anyways, we are going to go watch Fat Camp videos because we need to do that for the week to get it all checked off. Then, you know, like I've said before, if I complete this program, then we get money for our insurance, yada yada. And that would all be good. And theoretically, it should, you know, the plan was it was going to help us be motivated and lose weight, but really I think a bunch of their things are just stupid, like... and kind of gimmicky and unrealistic. And that's not just the fat person inside me who still wants to stay fat talking. That is, like, my legitimate assessment. What do you think, Steve? Do you kind of agree?
I agree. I think it has some legitimate points. But I agree that there are many things that are unrealistic to the lifestyle of our current society. Such as the things like, only eat at certain times. And it's like...
no, it's not eat at certain times.
Or not to eat at certain times.
Only eat when you've reached a certain hunger level, regardless of time.
Yes.
And use hunger savers to make it so that you can control these times when you get to eat by eating a regimented amount of 15 peanuts or peanut butter crackers. I did say, I discovered through doing this, though, that the roasted vegetable Ritz crackers with just, like, half a teaspoon, like a tiny amount of peanut butter smeared between them put together are really tasty. I didn't know that I would think the peanut butter, like, cracker combo was so good. But it is, even with the roasted vegetable ones. So, I guess we gained something. Oh, look, now he's adding chocolate chips. This is getting better and better. So yes, going to go watch our video, then Steve's going to go to bed. I'm going to try and... I filmed a tutorial last night, which I told you before my camera decided to poop out on y'all. And I'm almost done editing it. I'm just adding captions and things right now. Then I get to compress. No, I'll take a spoon, please. No spork. So then I need to go and compress and upload those. And then today's dance day. Yay, I need to gather some school stuff because the 4-year-old was adamant that I bring school for him to do in the car, so I shall do that. And the 3-year-old wants coloring, so I need to gather those things, and we will hopefully have a better Monday waiting for dance to be done than we did last week.
I don't think they actually went to sleep at rest time last week.
Yeah, I don't think
And
it
they
could be
did
any,
this
I don't
week,
think it
so.
could be any worse, so hopefully we'll have a good evening. So I'll probably meet you on the flip side of that, unless something exciting happens in the interim. So my ice cream was tasty, and I will have to take it back. I was making fun of the program, and it is because weeks 1 and 2 did not include anything that I found particularly valuable, beyond, I don't know, just general, like, health things that are fairly apparent whether you follow them or not, because I don't think the main problem that Steve and I have, or at least that I have, I don't think my problem is portion control. I don't think it's nutrition, because we eat fairly good and healthy food in a balanced-ish way most of the time, so that's clearly not the issue. I know that movement is part of my problem, but that has not been addressed yet in the program. But today, they talked about something that Steve and I actually found interesting. The concept of vital needs, which I kind of forgot about. I had a teacher in high school who actually made us fill out a bunch of, like, she was also the psychology teacher, the AP regular psych. Anyway, she was one of the psych teachers too. And she taught honors world history, which was a class that was better suited if I had taken it in college, to be honest. She would have been an awesome professor rather than a freshman history teacher when I was clearly not ready for her class. But anyways, one of the things we had to do at the end of every unit was apply, like, the pyramid of needs to our assignments in various ways. But anyways, it just made me think of that. So I talked about vital needs, and there was, like, a list in the book of, like, I don't know, I think there's, 25 things to choose from. And their feeling is that everybody has 7 of them. So Steve and I went through it, and we read the list, and we were, like, checking off which ones match us. And Steve's turned out, on first go-round, he came up with 7. First go-round of me looking at it, I came up with 11. So Steve was laughing at me. I was laughing because, yes, I'm hoarding vital needs even. So yeah, and trying to figure out which were the top 7 for me. I then took a couple out and I got down to 9. And I don't know that maybe 8. So I've been trying to whittle them down to what the 7 were. Mostly just because it's interesting to me, and it all just happened to fall into the conversation Steve and I were already having this morning, because through one of the teacher vlogs I was watching, the teacher was doing something called Project Me, which if you look it up online, it's like myprojectme.com, I think. If you Google search Project Me, it's the one that's called Project Me for Busy Moms. And it, I haven't looked. There's supposed to be like a newsletter or something that comes out today, which I'm going to look at, in an effort for personal growth and development and all the things. And because, as we discovered in my vital needs, I like learning new things. And a lot of the things I like learning right now are about me. But the Project Me thing started with this, like, organizer thing. I have it somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. But it looked like a flower. And then you went and you, like, circled on the flower the number that you felt at in each of the, like, 8 areas of your life that it talks about. And it gives you, like, some specific things to think about. And then you circle the numbers and you, like, connect them all. And what you're looking for is balance. So your circle will be, like, even around the center of your flower. But then, in reality, you'll find that your circle skews towards and away from certain areas of your life. And seeing where things are unbalanced helps you to see what you need to work on. I guess it's some, like, business model, like, I guess a lot of, like, entrepreneurial, personal coaches and stuff use this model. And this person adapted it to be for personal growth, specifically for, like, moms and women. And she started, I guess, doing it for herself and her friend, and then it's become, like, a business now. So, we're looking at that, and then we happen to have the vital needs, so, which is good, because I was kind of having a personal growth moment, if you can't tell. A little ennui going on around here. But yes, thinking about that. Uploading today's vlog right now. Woohoo! 40 seconds left, and then I can go and get all the stuff entered. So it should go up while we're at dance. I need to wake the kids up in about half an hour. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to finish editing my video tutorial, get that sent out, and clearly there'll be more discussion about vital needs and things of that nature. So it's like, I don't know, 2:35. I do know, because there's a clock on the wall where the clock lives. And I apologize if the lighting is poor. I have all my lighting set up to do a tutorial, which I'm about to film, but I wanted to chat with you first. And yeah, just have everything kind of set up. So you get what you get, and you don't get upset. That's what I always tell the kids. So I need to film this tutorial. It's the last one in the, like, 6 I filmed this week. And I see, but I think I've filmed, this will be the 6th one this week, and I think it's my 8th in the last, like, 10 days. That's a lot, because I made samples for all of them, and I also did, like, additional samples, and wrote patterns, and typeset them, and I'm filming videos. Yeah. And so I'm a little burned out on doing that. I'm still excited about it, except this one. This one I've been putting off, because I'm a little scared. This one's a toy. And I'm trying to, like, psych myself up, you know, like, you are an awesome toy maker, Kendra. People like your toys. Now, most of the toys people like have been other people's patterns, and I'm not sure whether they're gonna like this one, but I don't really know that anybody's watching my tutorials or looking at my patterns anyways, which is kind of the weird thing. I'm at this weird point of, like, I'm doing all this production of things, but I'm not getting a lot of feedback, which I guess, I mean, I can look at it as I'm not getting any negative feedback either. I'm just not getting any feedback, which makes it, I don't know, hard to be, like, motivated. But yes, I've been trying to psych myself up to do this, because obviously I, like, need to get it done. And I think that once I start, it won't take me very long. I mean, long is a relative thing, but I think in, like, an hour, I should be done with the filming. Maybe an hour and a half, but I think it should be shorter than that. But I have been sitting for the last, like, hour watching YouTube. Actually, though, the last, like, 45 minutes, I've been sitting waiting for Motrin to kick in. I was, all of a sudden, something in my neck, like, pulled or popped or something, and I have just been incredibly uncomfortable. Or it might be sinus pressure, I don't know, because, like, my face hurt this afternoon. That's why I'm not wearing my glasses, which I ended up actually leaving in the car, which Steve has at work right now. But I took them off because the, like, bridge of my nose was just, like, sensitive to the touch. But my, like, face doesn't feel sensitive, so I think it's in my neck. But my neck, all of a sudden, something just, like, went wonky, and it hurt to both, like, touch it on the surface, and it hurt to, like, move my head. So I took some Motrin, and that has kicked in, like, the last 5 minutes. So I'm now willing to do this because I didn't really want to, like, you know, bend over and crochet all funky when that was the case. And I haven't been crocheting at all this evening. I was, like, watching YouTube and dealing with video editing and stuff. But stuff where I'm sitting, like, upright and not in a weird contorted position. Oh, the only weird contorted position-y thing I did, let's take you off the tripod. I went through all that yarn that the yarn fairy brought me today. And what I am keeping is the things in these 2 trash bags. And this stuff here, and the 2 boxes on top of the cooler, that stuff's all going to the thrift store. Because I mean, it's awesome that I got free yarn. It was clearly free yarn from somebody that does not yarn. Like, the difference in what I got compared to what I got when Mary, who is a avid and very good knitter, brought me. There's just a difference. But I pulled out acrylic, I mean, it's all acrylic, but I pulled out stuff that was in good shape, in good quantities, and that I thought I could make things to sell with them, or for personal use. There's like 2 or 3 skeins in there that I would use for personal use, but most I think is going to become toys. The rest of the stuff will better serve somebody else. And there was only a little bit that I had to throw away. There was 1 bag I had to throw away because it had clearly been animaled and it needed to go away. And it was also clear that these things were from different people because the way they were wrapped and stored was different in most of the little different bags and boxes. Because, you know, everybody wraps, like, their balls of yarn look different, and you could tell there were differences, which was kind of neat. The one thing I did come out with that was cool is 2 hairpin lace looms in 2 different sizes, which I think will be very useful and fun to have. So that is that. Procrastinated enough. I need to go and film the stupid tutorial. And someday y'all will theoretically have access to it. So I'm gonna go do that. And I will see you all in the morning. Nighty night.